the Alternative Stories and Fake Realities podcast. Audio drama, poetry, fiction.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, ashes.
The Gathering, an audio drama by Lewis Carter, with Miss Lee Rose, Phoebe Batson-Brown, Alex White, Chris Gregory, Sarah Golding, Mary Claire Wood, and Emily Ingpen. Content warning. This drama contains strong language and depictions of peril and horror.
Here's to you, Mum. Sasha? Are you in there? It's Gemma. Hey, sis. Seriously, Sasha. At your own mother's wake.
Look, I think it's cute that you want to pretend to acknowledge my existence all of a sudden, but let's be honest, you don't really give a shit.
Hey, that's not fair.
Oh, really, Gem? Because I think I can count all the times I've seen you in the last 5 years on one hand. Oh no, you know what? One finger will do.
Can you please stop flipping me the bird in front of our friends?
Our friends.
Everything all right?
Great. Here's Prince anything but charming right on cue to save the day. Little tip, Tom. Next time you leave bruises on my sister, make sure she's not wearing a sleeveless dress.
Time to go, Gem.
You're a junky bitch, and you're a shitty sister. Guess Mum would have been proud of both of us. See you at the next funeral, I guess.
Switch places with me.
Yeah?
Hello. I'm looking for a Ms. Sasha Harrington.
You found her?
Forgive the early call. My name is Mr. James Clark.
Okay.
I'm a lawyer, Miss Harrington. Your lawyer, to be precise.
Look, if this is about that drunken disorderly thing, I already told the police.
If I could just stop you there. Perhaps I should clarify. I'm your family's solicitor, entrusted to look after the Harrington assets. Look, this is a little delicate to be dealing with over the phone. I'm free this afternoon. I could meet you at the house around 2.
I don't have a house. More of a flat. More of a mattress, actually.
You misunderstand me, Miss Harrington. I'm talking about your ancestral house. It's time to come home.
You live here?
Lived.
Miss Harrington, thank you so much for making the trip. It's my pleasure to welcome you back home after all this time. Apologies I couldn't be at the service.
That'll be 34 quid.
Right. Yes, of course.
I haven't been back here for...
15 years. According to your mother, that is.
You spoke to my mother often?
My firm has taken care of your mother's assets since before you were born. I saw a lot of her over the years.
That makes one of us. No freaking way!
I'm sorry?
It's still here. I remember this thing as a child. Mum used to hate us playing with him.
Looks, heavy. Some kind of ornament, a family heirloom?
Always used to intrigue me that it didn't have a face. My sister and I called it Henry. Mum would shit if she could see me holding it now. I'm gonna look upstairs.
Miss Harrington, if you could just wait a moment. Miss Harrington, if I may...
This was our room.
Switch places with me.
Did you hear that?
Hear what, Miss Harrington?
Hello?
Is that?
This is what I've been trying to explain.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
I see Henry's still here.
Never mind, Henry. What are you doing here?
I was invited. Not that that's any of your business. I got a call from a
Mr. Clark?
Ladies, if you'll forgive me, I'm older than I'd like to admit, and I have other appointments to keep today.
I think you owe us
So if you'd be good enough to join me in the dining room, I'll be happy to explain why I've gathered you both here. This way, please, ladies. I'm sure you have questions. I'm here to answer all of them. But first, I must express my... Oh, Miss Harrington, your arm.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just an old bruise. And this Miss Harrington thing is going to get confusing real quick.
Yeah. Our batshit mother was Miss Harrington. I'm Sasha and my sister is Gemma. If it makes it easier to remember, I'm the bitchy screw-up and she's the prissy cunt.
So, Sasha, just don't be so you.
I rest my case.
Actually, I came to know your mother as Mrs. Harrington. And it's upon her wishes that I've asked you both here today. I understand your reticence to step back inside Harrington House. If it's any consolation... Your mother lived to regret keeping you both at arm's length for most of her life.
It's not.
Be that as it may, I've looked after your mother's interests for a long time, and I'm pleased to say she agreed to leave this place to you both once she passed on. That is, on the condition that you agree to spend at least one night here.
You're joking?
I'm afraid not.
And if we don't?
Then I'm afraid your mother's will stipulates that the property will become the ownership of the National Trust.
Fine by me. Let the history nerds have it. Now, if you could just point me to the liquor cabinet on my way out.
Wait a minute. We need to consider all options before jumping to...
I fucking knew it.
It's our family home, Sasha.
What happened to never coming back? That was your idea.
That was a long time ago. We were both angry.
I'm still angry. She kicked us out. Like rubbish, Gem. Spoiled rubbish, maybe. But she still threw us away. Nothing makes that right. Not the boarding school, the uni, the no questions asked allowance. Nothing makes that okay.
You still took the money.
Well, maybe it's time to stop.
Look, I get it. But this could be really good for me and Tom.
You and Tom.
We're getting married. We've got to start looking at the bigger picture.
You want to continue to jump through Mum's hoops? That's fine. Stay the night. Give my half to charity.
Ah, I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. Mrs. Harrington was quite clear that you should both stay a night at the property in order for either of you to gain your inheritance.
That settles it, I imagine. Thank you for your time, Mr. Clark. I'm sure the National Trust will take good care of the place.
Wait! I'm not having you hold this over me for the rest of time. I'll stay the night so you and your precious Tom can claim your second home. But I'm not coming back here ever again. You want to have a sleepover? We do it tonight. Or not at all.
Oh, fantastic news. That's all settled then. I'll leave you ladies to it. I trust you remember where everything is. Sorry to hurry off, but my time is a bit pressed of late. Enjoy your stay. I'll be back in the morning with the paperwork.
I didn't bring my overnight things. What are you doing now?
There you are, you little beauty. You've got to be kidding me. The crusty old crone had it padlocked.
Guess you still had some sense then. Jesus, Sasha! You've been here 10 minutes and you're already wrecking the place.
Don't worry, sis. I'm sure Tom can restock it for you. Then again, knowing him, he'll probably use it to stock his sock garters.
Oh, Jesus, give it a rest, will you? I'm gonna, I don't know, freshen up or something.
Have fun! I'll try not to break anything else. Oops. Pitch and toss. You used to love it as a kid.
I also used to love H from Steps, but there comes a time to move on. Look, you're chipping the paintwork.
Who gives a shit?
Are you fucking high?
There's that Harrington mouth. Bet Tom loves when you talk to him like that.
You know what? Screw this. I'll see you in the morning when all this is over.
Chicken.
What?
Grab a coin. Winner gets the master bedroom. You know you want to.
Fine. One round and then I'm going to bed.
Boom! And that's the queen size for me tonight.
Oh, shit. Give me that whiskey.
Get your own.
Best of 3?
We did best of 3 and 6 and 8 and I forgot what a bad loser you are.
Come on, I'm tired. Oh, just let me have the queen size. You're probably going to pass out somewhere anyway. I'll give you back those prom earrings I stole.
I knew that was you. I can't believe you blamed that on.
Please tell me you threw that coin. What the fuck?
Maybe it's Henry.
That's not funny. You heard that, right?
I don't know what I heard. It's an old house. It's probably just Clark making sure we play by the rules, stay here.
What? Wait! Sasha!
Hello? Oh, fuck, that scotch was strong. Oh, there we go. Oh, don't don't care what she says. That queen size is mine. Who's there?
Sasha! Sasha, where are you? Sasha? Sasha? Hello?
Have you seen my girl?
Sasha?
They're bound to be around here somewhere.
This isn't funny, Sasha. I'm not playing anymore.
Playing?
Oh my god.
The girls never stopped playing.
Mum.
Hello? Who are? How did you get in here? Where's your mummy? Are you lost? Hello? Creepy little girl.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
What do you have there? Are those daisies?
Ring around a rosy, a pocket full of posy.
I know that song.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down. Switch places with me.
Shit! Holy shit, Jem. You're not going to believe what I just... What are you looking at? It's... her. Mum?
Ring around a rosy, pocket
Who the
full
fuck is
of
that?
posy.
I don't know. I found her sitting on my bed covered in dead daisies.
Pocket full of posy. Ashes,
I think they're singing
our
song.
Sasha!
Oh! Ow!
Shut up, it's barely a scratch. Just let me take a look.
Where did they go?
I don't know. I think I blacked out.
Maybe... I don't know, maybe we hallucinated it or something. Hello? Are you even listening to me? What is that?
The book that hit you. It's a photo album.
But we weren't allowed to have photos as kids. Mum made sure of that.
Well, she obviously made some exceptions. Look. There's me. And you. And there's one of Mum. Christ, these are old.
Wait. That's not us.
Of course it is. There's me, you and Mum.
That's not me. Oh my god. It's her. The girl from my bed.
What are you doing?
But there's got to be more. Help me look.
I've got one. It's old.
Oh, most of them are torn out. Who would go to the trouble of tearing out photos?
Look at this one. Must have been taken before we were born. Who's that man with her? Dad?
I guess.
I was so faded I can barely make out his features. But he kind of looks like... Clark. Answer it.
What? Why me?
Hello? I don't see anyone through the peephole. Hello? Anything? There's no one here.
Oh, Gemma!
honestly had to see it to believe it.
Tom!
I've been everywhere. Your work, the hospital. So unlike you to disappear without a word of warning. I thought no way would she return to the one place she insists she hates. But then I remembered how your sister got under your skin at the wake. And here you are, playing happy families with this junky whore.
Oh, go fuck yourself! Tom, I can explain. I got called to the house. I was going to text you, but things started getting weird, and you know what signal is like up here. Ow! Leave her! Leave her!
You don't have to explain, darling. I can see the problem. If anything, I expected the odd correction would be necessary as things got serious between us. But obviously, your mother's death has really fucked up your priorities.
Get off my sister!
Oh, so you're sisters now. Well, do you want to know what your sister says about you when we're together?
Tom, don't!
She says you're the reason your mother kicked you both out. Because even back then, it was obvious that you were broken inside.
Sasha, I'm sorry.
Do you know how long it took me to get her to forget about you? How much work I put into erasing you from her thick skull?
I said get off her!
You suck the life out of everything around you. You know that, right?
Around the rosy.
Wait, who is that?
Ashes, ashes.
Stay where you are. Get away from me.
What did you do?
I think I just assaulted your fiancé with Henry.
Quite the display, ladies.
Shit! Mr. Clark, this isn't what it looks like.
No?
Jem, stay away from him.
We were attacked. My sister, she was just defending me.
I do not care about the fate of the boy.
What?
Your sister did what she had to in order to protect you. I'd expect nothing less from this family.
Jem, stay away from him!
Quite the mess we have here. Although I suppose that's always the way with families. You can never really be at ease when everybody knows where the bodies are buried. Am I right?
What are you talking about, Jem? The man in the picture with our mother, that's not Clark.
Well, actually, there is no Mr. Clark. Not really.
Then why do you look like our father?
The quest for immortality comes with many a cost. Creating a new identity every decade or so is the least of them. Your parents' obsession to stave off death rivalled even my own. In their youth, they formed a group of like-minded truth-seekers, dedicated to unlocking the mysteries of eternal life.
Mum was in a cult.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
What the hell is going on?
Your parents were as gullible as they were wealthy, although they did manage to procure an item rumoured to unlock certain abilities. In order to harness the power of the totem, it must be present at both the moment of conception and at the birth of a child. The totem worked, but your parents did not anticipate the terrible cost. Your mother thrived more and more each day as she bore you, as her doting husband withered away. On the night of your arrival, your parents had long come to understand the fate they had chosen by using the totem. By the time the last of you had been delivered, your father was nothing more than a husk, an empty vessel. A vessel that could become a new home for someone that had been trapped for too long. I slipped into him like a pair of new slippers. No longer a prisoner inside this primitive cage.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You're Henry.
What? No.
No wonder Mum didn't want us playing with that thing.
Okay, Obviously, I'm not called Henry.
We used to put lipstick on you and hold tea parties when Mum was out.
Silence, insolent child. I slipped through the cracks of your world during your birth. I am older than anything you can ever imagine. I have devoured ancient bloodlines and toppled dynasties. I've had more faces than you could see in 1,000 lifetimes. And I will take what is mine.
You killed our father.
Your father died because your parents would not abide by the laws of nature. I just took his face. Your mother was fine. She had what she'd always wanted. You. I can survive for a long time from the essence of a living soul. Longer than what many would consider natural. But after a while, your father's life force was no longer sustaining. And so I visited your mother once more.
No, you can't have them. You're not welcome in this house anymore. No matter what face you wear, I know what you are.
Your father was never going to be payment enough. I came back to claim another life to sustain myself further. I came back for one of you. Of course, she refused, but when I threatened to take you all if she would not choose, well, she soon saw reason.
You came back to kill a child.
It wouldn't be my first, in all honesty. Plus, after Daddy Harrington, let's just say I'd got a taste for the family tree at that point.
But you didn't kill either of us.
Ring around a rosy, pocket full of
Sasha,
posies.
look.
Ashes,
Looks like it's a proper family affair now.
Mum! Mum, who is that little girl? Oh my God. Rosie?
Amazing the lengths our minds will go to in order to protect us, isn't it?
Who's Rosie? Sasha, what aren't you telling me?
Although I think on some level you've always known, haven't you?
Gemma? Sasha? Come over here. Right, what have you done with your sister?
She's picking flowers by the lake.
Well, go and find her, will you? It's time to come inside now.
Are you all right, Mummy?
Yes, love, now. Go and find your sister and you hurry inside. Mummy wants to play our game before bedtime.
Rosie! Rosie!
How can a mother choose between 3 children she loves equally? Even I admit it's an impossible choice. Of course, your mother didn't choose, did she?
Found her! Are you crying, Mummy? I wasn't lost, honest.
No, I'm fine, Rosie. I promise.
Can we play our game? You promise.
Yes. Just get into your positions, okay?
Ring around the rosy. A Harrington family tradition for as long as you girls could talk.
Our song.
All 4 of you, you 3 triplets and your mother, would hold hands, forming a circle around Rosie. And then you'd spin clockwise, chanting the rhyme while Rosie would hold out a finger and spin in the opposite direction. Whoever her finger landed on at the end of the rhyme would take her place in the circle. After 3 rounds, whoever was left in the circle would be the loser. An elegant solution to an impossible choice.
It was me. Sasha,
I was the one left in the circle that night, but somehow she knew.
Yes. I'm afraid little Rosie was the more perceptive out of all of you. She'd overheard her mother bargaining with me in dark corners of the house. She saw through your mother's game and took measures into her own hands.
Sasha, wake up. What? Switch places with me. Go to bed, Rosie. Please, just once, switch places with me. Fine, whatever.
Of course, when I came to steal you away in the night, well, I was halfway down the corridor when I realised my mistake. But of course there was no swapping her back. By then, the hunger was too much.
This can't be true. This can't be happening. Sasha, I think I've always known.
I've watched you both try to forget for years. Did it surprise you, Sasha? Each time you went looking for little Rosie at the bottom of a bottle, only to come away emptier than before? Or you, Gemma? Did you think you could eventually forgive yourself by forgiving your abusive husband-to-be over and over instead? Your mother was the same. She sent you away because every time she looked at you, she saw the child she'd lost. Yeah, she was weak, but deep down you both knew the truth. Looking at each other must have been like looking at a painful reflection with a rosy-shaped piece missing.
It's all my fault. Why are you telling us this?
Well, I thought that would be obvious.
It's time to choose again.
Bingo.
What? No, this is insane.
It's only fair I extend to you the same offer as I did your mother. Choose amongst you, or I feed on you both.
Ashes, they all fall down.
We'll become like them. Why would we choose that?
Put it like this. After all these years, at least you'd finally be together.
Rosie, come here. Sasha, what are you doing? Don't touch her. I need you to take Mum's hand. That thing is not my mother. Yes, she is. Jem, please, trust me.
That's the spirit. Pardon the pun. I can see muscle memory is kicking in. I'll get out of your way.
Ring around a rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes,
no, one of you needs to be in the middle.
They all fall
no,
down.
It can't be me.
What's the matter? Don't like the game?
Let me out.
Ring around a rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, they all fall down. Ring around a rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
No, stop.
Ring around a rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
I made this for you.
What is it?
A daisy chain. I made one for you and Gemma and Mummy.
It's pretty. But how do the flowers stay together? They're so soft.
I know, but together they're strong. Come on, race you back.
did I sleep?
Most of the night. You hit the ground pretty hard after what happened.
Shit! Tom!
Don't worry. Tom came to while I was trying to wake you. Well, let's just say the wedding's off.
And Clark?
Back where he belongs.
Henry. Thank you.
For what?
Trusting me.
What you said at the house about all this being your fault. It's not true, you know. Rosie, she knew what she was doing, trading places with you. She was trying to protect her sister. That's not your fault, or Mum's for that matter.
Together they're strong.
Daisy chains, right? Rosie saved us again.
I don't know what to do with all these memories. I was so mean to you for so many years.
You were trying to get my attention. I pushed you away. Opening myself up to you, well, that would have meant admitting to myself that I'd forgotten Rosie, and I wasn't strong enough to do that.
I should have...
There's lots of things that we both should have done.
Sorry, ladies, that's it for visitors.
I better get going.
Yeah, of course. Don't forget Henry.
Oh, got some posh lippy as an engagement present. May throw a little tea party when I get in.
See you at the next funeral, I guess.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Right, let's see how we're getting on, shall we? Look into the light for me. You two seem close? Someone special?
Yeah. She's my sister.
Oh, and I see someone left you daisies.
They did? Yeah, they did.
That's odd. I don't see any other names recorded here. Will you be expecting any more visitors?
I really hope so.
In The Gathering by Lewis Carter, you heard Misty Rose as Sasha, Phoebe Batterson-Brown as Gemma, Alex White as Tom, Chris Gregory as Clark, Sarah Golding as Mrs. Harrington, Mary Claire Wood as Rosie, and Emily Inkpen as the nurse. Other voices were played by members of the cast. Production, sound design, music and editing were by Chris Gregory. Recordings of Sasha and Gemma were by Phoebe Batterson-Brown. Casting was by Chris Gregory and Lewis Carter. Sound effects were from freesound.org and created by the team. The script for The Gathering is copyright Lewis Carter and may not be reproduced in whole or part without the consent of the author. We'll share links so you can find out more about writer Lewis Carter and our cast in the show notes for this podcast. Phoebe Batterson-Brown and Misty Rose worked together as a comedy duo, Ladylikes. We'll put a link in the notes so you can see more of their work. If you've enjoyed The Gathering, please check out more alternative stories drama via the link we'll share. We also make the fiction drama The Dex Legacy, written by Emily Inkpen, the Writers Podcast, Write on Audio for Pen to Print, and the Seren Poetry Podcast. The presenter in this podcast has been Tiffany Clare. The Gathering has been an Alternative Stories 2022 production for the Alternative Stories and Fake Realities podcast.
The Alternative Stories and Fake Realities podcast. Audio drama, poetry, fiction.